Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, we have gotten ourselves some interesting developments in No Guns Life. Um, I was expecting something like this to kind of pop off where they keep all the characters in a place together, like they just kind of all subside one area. Because to be fair, the girl that is a part of the team, she's one of my like favorite characters, and I can already kind of tell that if she was like not near the group all the time, she could be in like super grave danger. So I am glad that they brought her closer by, so if she does need to be saved, it can happen. But other than that, we're in such a interesting like part of the story. Uh, Not only have we seen multiple outcomes of what, this kid has endured, like we've seen what other people, just look like, what they've gone through, what they've probably continue to go through, all that type of stuff is really what we're learning. But to think that all of it is still just going unheard and like no one really cares about it is because so much of the population has to just pretty much absorb and take in everything that's being sold to them through, through the news, through whatever source material that you're getting your information from. You're not learning it from, the people's mouth themselves. You're just hearing it being passed down and passed down and then passed down and then passed down. So you never know where any of these people sometimes are getting their information from, but what you do know is if you don't believe it, then that makes you somebody that's practically spreading lies and stuff. So by using the guy who was taken out last week by another gun unit, clearly uh made it clear to me anyway that regardless of how much they are going to be using you, they always have you in their sights, and if they need to take you out, they can do it within, a very, very quick amount of time if need be. So pretty much watch yourself when it comes down to, um, trying to cross these people. And this man wasn't even trying to cross them. The only thing that was going on was he was going to be in the custody of the bad, of people that could learn more from him. The longer he was with them, the sooner or later they could get information out of him. So that was not a good thing for him to be captured, let alone be captured. He was captured with somebody else that had information, had intel, or at least went through something that would have helped understand that the extensions aren't that good as they are being portrayed to be. Um, but yeah, the one big thing that you get out of this too is seeing what the true like boss of the side of um, our main guy who has Harmony, the side where he like comes from and what they were pretty much doing and how they treat their workers and employees and stuff. We get to see a little bit of that, and man, it's just like two people who probably had the idea of all this stuff formed together, as from what I can tell, right? Like, it's just them put into a big machine so their brains can both work at the same time. That's all I really got from this is, just from their design, just from the way one of them was talking and then the other one only chimed in once he didn't hear something he practically didn't like that was being said, right? Or he didn't like the information that was being given, so he's like, oh, hold on, let me chime in real quick. And just by the way of him chiming in and the person reacting to him the way that he did, it gave me the feeling that we know which one is definitely more cruel and which one doesn't do as much cruel things and can just, say words to make you feel bad about what you may have failed. But the blue version of the head seems a lot more of the hey, we're just gonna end you right now and get it over with type of person. So really interested in seeing what they're going to do with the boss. Like, what is their overall goal? We don't really know much about them, even though we just, got this little instance of them in general. We still don't know anything that they're shooting for, right? At the end of the day. Oh, crap. And that's kind of the problem with the learning of them and not knowing their true motives. I mean, we know that they want to have people with extensions, and that was what the old man, not the old man, but the guy who got killed off by his own team wanted to spread the word and have more people into it and getting it done and allowing it to be more of a mainstay than it already is. That was his kind of goal. So clearly they like that ideals of what he had, but they just didn't approve of him acting so cowardly or so quickly to, like snuff out some people that were against his rule. And by doing so, that's why these murder scenes popped up even more, more of a coincidence than they already were, where they were taking out certain people. Now all of a sudden we had one person that didn't fit the bill of the killings, and it makes sense now that the man with the gold was uh, a part of it, and it made sense that it was covered up so well that they had no idea until they really, they really got to look into it or saw him use his power, see how much damage it could cause, and then put two and two together, stuff like that. They had to actually, work a case around him, even though he's supposed to be the people's champ, the people's go-to guy. So with him taken out, and maybe even the other guy that he was, trying to have everybody not know about being taken out, we're just kind of left uh, in this weird spot now of what's going to happen with this, the city, with the people amongst it, with people that are trying to rule from the underground and the people that are, pushing more of the envelope. We got a new case for our gunhead Juzo to work, and the person that just had shown up for some medical treatment who had passed out in front of the place is one of the targets, and another one being someone with some weird emblem on his head. But this person could be the person that Mary is actually looking for, which is interesting. It could be her brother V, or it could just be someone that has connection with him, because we learned that the arm that this cult guy shows up with is worked on, or at least has been handled and manufactured by her brother that she's looking for that went into the war. So just by that, you get the indicator that this picture may be a little more than we can even, more than if Mary saw it, she probably would have freaked out, right? She'd be like, "Oh my God, that's him!" But now she might go after Colt, not knowing that, he's already in line with something really bad that, people are already looking for him for. So we'll see how this all turns out. I can't wait to see what you guys are saying. I have been really interested in the show as a whole because I feel like it has a lot of potential and a lot of different things that have already transpired in the show. I didn't expect it from this character. I didn't expect it from like this world and stuff like that. So to be surprised and to actually have things like going off that you don't usually expect are really cool for me. Like, it's really enjoyable for me that way. So I do hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope it's not too predictable or something along that lines. But regardless of all that being said, let's see how No Guns Life plays out. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all these animes kind of coming to their ends, and if they're going to get new seasons or if they're actually just going to, squash all of the things that are happening in their world amongst a certain amount of time or something along those lines. So all that being said, have an awesome one, everybody, and I'll talk to you in the next one. So with that, peace.